We are rolling, baby.
Rolling.
It's Valentine's Day, which means you're probably listening to this the day after Valentine's Day because it's going to take a few hours to upload, and then it's going to be 4 o'clock Eastern time. So happy belated Valentine's Day. Since it is B-Day, I think we need this intro right here.
Okay.
The sexy one.
You listening to This Stays in This Room podcast. Take your panties off.
Thanks, Craig.
Craig! So what's up, man?
Nothing. Really. I wish I had a Valentine.
Oh.
We're gonna start it off. Yeah.
If you could pick anybody in the world to be your Valentine, who would you pick?
Well, it's like,
Don't. Just answer it. Who would you pick?
I'd probably go with, I've said her name before on the podcast, Jennifer Lopez. I mean,
J-Lo?
J-Lo, man.
Hey, you mean to tell you something? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah. That's what A-Rod says. He's going to swing the bat at my head.
Well, guess what? You
Fuck
got something
you,
over
A-Rod.
A-Rod.
Steroid user.
You got something over A-Rod. You don't have herpes.
He has herpes?
What? Yeah.
What? I didn't know that. How do you know that? Because I got herpes too.
Hold on. Allegedly. Let me look that up.
Allegedly.
Hold on, let me look at A-Rod herpes. A list of celebrities with herpes. Here we go. Oh shit. Okay, and let's take this with a grain of salt. Sheryl Crow.
Hey.
Paris Hilton.
Mm.
Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, these are all
She also has like
these are
hepatitis C.
male celebrities that have David Hasselhoff, Bill Clinton, Moby.
Oh shit.
Brad Pitt, Fred Durst,
Yeah.
Derek Jeter. I was thinking of Derek Jeter,
Oh.
not A-Rod. My bad, A-Rod. See, that's where allegedly saved me.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Real quick, actually, as we start this, one of your favorite singers, Ryan Adams.
Are you classifying him as one of my favorite singers, or
Is he?
He's a good singer. I wouldn't
Okay.
classify him as one of my favorites.
But you listen to him.
Mhm. Yeah.
Have you heard about what's going on with him?
No, enlighten me.
He is denying psychological manipulation and like physical abuse against like 7 women.
That sounds like a Ryan Adams thing.
Okay.
I'm just saying that.
Oh.
I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, neither do I, but I thought you would have known more about him because you listen to him, you know a little bit more about him than I do.
Yeah.
But fucking crazy, man.
I don't know anything about that. Is he getting like Me Too'd or what's happening with him?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like some singers, his former wife, who I didn't know he was married to Mandy Moore.
I didn't know that either.
So yeah, Mandy Moore was like, he was physically and mentally abusive to me during our marriage. So,
Whoopsie.
which is weird because like you get, like if someone came out and was like, Jack Johnson is a like mental and physical abuser, I'd be like, the guy who sings about like banana pancakes? Like, Ryan Adams isn't like an aggressive guy.
I don't know, man.
but
People have
people
can
got
have
a
two
dark
different
side,
sides,
man. So
I actually have something.
okay, happy Valentine's Day. That was a fucked up story, but I saw that and I was Jesus Christ. But
With it being Valentine's Day,
okay,
I would assume that in 9 months we're gonna have a lot of new births,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
I would assume that.
October, November babies.
Yeah. I wonder how many kids are actually conceived on Valentine's Day. It's a made-up dumb holiday, right? I think we can both agree on that. But I also think that a lot of people might get married on Valentine's Day. You know, they want our anniversary's on Valentine's Day.
Mm.
Well, this guy named the Cupid of Chaos has been wilding out. And he's from Maine. His name is Michael Middleton. He's been arrested for allegedly marrying 3 different women in 3 different states. He was arrested last week in Ohio on charges including domestic violence and DUI. Those not so funny. It is kind of funny that he's like running around just like not just having like side chicks, but he's like fully committing to like a marriage. He's 43 years old and he's wanted for bigamy in New Hampshire where he married a woman in 2013 despite already being married to 2 women in Georgia and Alabama.
Dude.
Investigators say it's possible that there are even more wives out there. Hold on, it keeps going. Alicia Grant, his New Hampshire wife, told reporters that Middleton, in quotations, makes you feel special, but then abuses you, drains your assets, and leaves. Pulling old Ryan Adams. Claiming he scammed her out of $20,000. Damn, son. How do you think you got away with this for so long?
I don't know, man, because, I mean, I'm not the best-looking guy.
But first off, yeah, you are.
But that guy, he looks like
he's got a goatee.
Not in this picture. His arrest picture, he looked like a bowling ball.
Yeah, he's not. I wouldn't classify him as a handsome man.
No.
But he's
dude, he must have some. He's a smooth talker. Hey, yo, baby.
Yeah, I want to see what these women look like, though. I mean, because I'm fairly confident in my ability.
I heard about
Mijo. Was I in the middle of saying something?
My bad.
See, we're working on getting better at this, right? After I finish my thought.
Okay, go for it.
I'm saying I want to see what these women look like because if they're just a bunch of ugly, ugly people, that's not hard. Because I'm fairly confident that I could have a wife in each state if I lower the standard down to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. You can go now.
No, I mean, it's always easier. I don't want to go that far.
It's a
slippery slope.
Were you about to go dark?
No. But
it's always easier to what, Mijo?
Nothing. Because I heard about this story, and I was waiting for him to get arrested because last time I heard was about 2 weeks ago, and he was on the run.
This Cupid of Chaos?
Mm-hmm.
You're familiar with this guy?
Yeah, I heard. I read the headline like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I mean, it's messed up, but I'm not gonna. I was like, I want to wait till they find him.
In lighter news,
Jesus. $20,000 though, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, that's a nice little chunk of change.
3 people. I mean, who knows about the other 2 women?
Yeah, they might have been even more loaded.
Finesse these women.
Finasty. Favorite. Off the top of the dome.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite French fry.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to go with Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
Waffle fries? Interesting. There's a surprise winner in America's favorite French fry poll. A new poll by the Los Angeles Times ranked French fries from several famous fast food chains according to taste and texture. You get the waffle fry, right? According to the poll, the fries at what do you think is number 1? This list is whack because I'm going to tell you why. Because if you're wanting to count down, they listed it as number 1. After you say number 1, who cares? They should list it.
So why don't you go backwards? What's number?
Well, I'm trying to read. Have you tried to read backwards before? It's not easy.
Don't take this out on me, man.
I'll tell you right now, Chick-fil-A didn't even make the top 10.
What?
No.
This is horse shit then. I don't want to hear this list.
Number 5.
Okay.
Arby's.
I've never had Arby's fries.
I can't read this backwards. I just got to read it forwards. God damn it. According to the poll, the fries at Five Guys are number 1. McDonald's came in at number 2. Then Del Taco, Steak and Shake, and Arby's. Arby's, yeah. I don't think I've had Del Taco fries.
Yeah, I don't go to a taco place for French fries.
Yeah, good point. Have you had Steak and Shake fries though? They're like the really thin shoestring fries.
No.
Those things are pretty good.
Steak and Shake?
Steak and Shake.
I don't think I've ever been. I've never been to a Steak and Shake. Is that like a mall place?
No, it could be like a Midwestern thing. I don't know.
I don't
think
know.
I've seen one out here.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to Whataburger either, or a Shake Shack.
You gotta get to Whataburger though.
I do.
People are like, "Oh, you say Whataburger? What a burger!"
Yeah, Five Guys. I don't know.
That's not. I think that
I've had their fries. It doesn't pop into my head. That's like
I think
amazing.
they try to. I think that's probably like just a mental thing because you go into Five Guys and they just have sacks of potatoes laying everywhere.
Yeah.
Like
because obviously, if you do a poll and they're like, "What's the best French fries?" Most people would say McDonald's.
Yes, because
personally, that's number 2 for me. Like if I had to get a French fry,
if you're just going to get straight fries, you're like, "Man, I want fries." You're going to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, you can't argue with that, man.
Well, I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to McDonald's.
Valentine's Day, where are we going? We're going to get some French fries.
Hey, baby. No, it's funny because I was talking with my
significant other,
my SO, last night, and we don't really like celebrate like big, like we don't make big deals out of like anniversaries or whatever.
Yeah.
Sappy Valentine's Day.
Hallmark holidays.
Yeah. Perfect Hallmark holidays. And we were talking because we're both pretty broke right now. We were like, damn, what do you want to do? And so like we were going through all these ideas. We remembered we have a $150 gift card to Bridgeport Brewing. So we went from thinking we was going to be having a busted Valentine's Day to a pretty lit one.
Oh, yeah. What's that? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
It just sucks because, like, today's Valentine's Day, but we get paid. We get paid tonight at midnight. It's like, damn.
You don't need to be blowing all your cash on Valentine's Day. Anyway.
I think, yeah. I'm not.
Dude, some people, it's like the Alicia Keys song. It's like some people need a dozen roses, to show them that you care. I mean, I've never been like, I need like material, like I need you to show me you love me by buying me shit.
Yeah.
It's nice to have like a sugar mama, but you don't need it.
Yeah.
And
I think it's harder in like today's like digital world too, which I'm still struggling with. But like the sappy post, like everyone's like waking up in bed and kissing their boo. It's like, did that really need to go on Instagram?
I don't do that. I've never done that. I don't think I've ever posted a picture ever with my girlfriend.
No. Rarely even on your story when you're out with her too. Yeah, but like I saw a few where they're like, my boy made me breakfast in bed, and they're like making out on your Instagram feed. I'm like,
and they probably hadn't even brushed their teeth yet because they're making breakfast, which means you're making out with morning breath, which is something that I can't. I can't.
Standards,
dude. It's like even like with allegedly, I'm just sprinkling this word throughout here, because I don't want to whatever in past or future whatever relationships. I like morning sex, right? Who doesn't? But I have to like it kind of sucks because it takes like the spontaneity out of it. But I'm like, yo, we gotta brush our teeth first. I can't just like roll over and like start making out. You
I have, yeah.
I mean, I have.
I've gotten right into it.
But the whole time I'm like,
let's go.
And just try to skip the kissing.
Let's get some Magic Mijo going.
Oh my
God. One other thing that I have before we get into our new segment.
Okay.
Fans of speaking of having a girlfriend, sometimes you get forced into watching things that you don't like. You get forced into watching series on Netflix.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, RuPaul's Drag Race, all this stuff. But I have to give credit where credit's due because earlier last year, got roped into watching Queer Eye on Netflix.
The reboot.
The reboot, yeah. And I love it. I love it. I binged watched the whole. I
First
sat down,
2 seasons.
got talked into watching it. I was like, ugh. And then after the first season, I was like, after the first episode, I was like,
oh god.
dude, I love every single one of them.
Anthony.
Dude, no, my favorite is
Which
what's
I
the
got roped
long-haired-
in.
What's the long-haired dude's name?
Jonathan?
Jonathan. Yeah. So season 3 is coming. The wait is over. It will be here. Yeah, March 15th.
Yeah.
They're going to Kansas City instead of Atlanta.
Yeah. Which I'm excited about because I got roped into it because you guys took over the TV and I'm like, what are you guys watching?
Yeah.
Like Queer Eye. And I didn't know Queer Eye was like an improvement show. I thought it was like a sitcom. But
Well,
it's always been an improvement show. I just didn't know that. I thought it was like
So from what I didn't watch the first like part of it, but I guess it was Queer Eye for the straight guy.
Yeah.
So they would go fix up straight guys. But now I think with this one, because they did last time they did like a girl,
religious,
guys,
lesbians, gays.
Yeah.
All inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
for my my ignorance, but I thought it was like Sex in the City before like
like a gay
like
version.
yeah. But I got roped into it. I love it. And so when I saw the headline, I was like, Clay, it's coming back, man.
So like a month we get Queer Eye. And if you haven't watched it, watch it. It'll suck you in.
They should have dropped it this weekend. What a great weekend.
Oh, that would have been clutch. That's what I would have been doing all weekend, was watching Queer Eye. Okay, do you have anything before we debut this new segment?
I don't. No, I'm excited about this. Anything that's in my head right now probably won't be as important as what we're about to talk about.
Aw. So the last Sunday, we were completing our weekly mission to Wingstop and back. And per usual, I was a little tipsy. You were behind the wheel, non-tipsy because we enjoy responsibly. We Sunday fun day responsibly. And we're sitting there going back and forth thinking of ideas, and we had some creative juices flowing. And so we're talking about our last podcast where, was it our last one? No, it was 2 podcasts ago. We were talking about
making a murder.
Allegedly how you would murder someone. Allegedly. And so I got to thinking, I was like, hey, that's a great idea for one. It could be its own podcast called Allegedly. And each episode is you taking a crime, I guess. They don't have to be crimes, but that's just where my brain's going right now. And you take a crime that you would never do, but you describe how you would do it allegedly.
Yeah.
So we've already done how would we allegedly kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's pick another scenario to talk about how do we allegedly do that. But we got to be careful because this can go dark. I don't want to jump right into some dark, messed up shit. I want to keep it light.
Because when we were discussing this, I said one, and you were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, think of it's stuff that you would never do, right?
Yeah, because you wouldn't allegedly. I would propose that. It's kind of savvy. You're like, allegedly, I would do this. You're like, oh fuck.
No, it's like allegedly, if you had to do that, how would you?
I guess it could be good. Like allegedly, how would you plan your wedding? But it's not good. Allegedly. Isn't like. It almost isn't. It infers that you're going to do something wrong.
Yeah, allegedly. But here's the thing. We need help from our listening audience because I feel like if you send us an email and say, hey, do this on allegedly, then that bad thought is coming from you instead of us, and we're just talking about it.
Yes.
So help us out with this.
So our email
is tsitrpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
For today, I want to talk about, because of every bank robber movie ever, it seems like it's doable to get away with robbing a bank or robbing anything. A casino, Ocean's 11, hello, Ocean's 13. You only need 13 people, but then you split it a lot of ways. I don't know. The town, have you seen that?
Yeah.
So allegedly, Mijo, if you were going to rob a bank, if you had the brain power.
Why don't you go first?
No, I'm asking you.
No.
How would you rob a bank?
How
would you rob? It doesn't have to be a bank. How would you rob a business? It doesn't have to be a bank. Some would be easier than others.
Some would be easier than others.
Like if you were going to rob this.
I feel like it's just different with like a business versus a bank because there's so many more safeguards in a bank than there is.
A bank would be so hard.
So hard.
Any movie, and here's what sucks is like any movie that's ever been made, like really thought out, you're like, holy shit, that was elaborate and they got away with it. That's just like a blueprint for like security companies to like make sure that can't happen. It's just like, damn it.
Yeah. Well, even like, what was that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Where he's like,
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he.
Smarty pants.
Yeah.
Here, I'll do the bank first. Okay, we have.
Yeah, how would you rob a bank?
How would I rob a bank? Here's what I would do. If I was going to go rob a bank right now, I would. There's a bank right down the road, actually. And there's always a security guard standing out front. Out of shape. Piece of shit. I've caught him holding on to his vest before, leaning up against the thing like this. I walk by and say, look alive! And he'll go. But first off, I would run up and I would grab his gun. I would knock him out, take his gun. And then I would just run in and damn it. I've already messed this up because they have cameras.
Yeah.
You can see my face. Okay. I would get a ski mask, have it in my back pocket, knock the security guard out, take his gun, run in there, put the thing on, say, I don't want to shoot you, but I will. Give me the goddamn money. And they would say, I don't know, man. I would do it old school style like that.
Old school?
Run up in there with the fucking pistol and hope you get away before the cops get there.
Yeah. I feel like I would become friends with like the bank manager or like start dating someone.
Smart.
Yeah. I'll be like, that's my girlfriend. I go visit you at work. And then I check out the cameras.
So you're playing the long game.
The long game. Maybe hatch a plan with them. Be like, yo, you're making
They help you out.
You're making $100,000 as a bank manager. Like, we could take everybody's money. Like, let's figure this out. Like,
dude,
nobody else knows the bank better than the bank manager. I would allegedly.
Hold on, is this a movie?
Probably.
If it's not, we should
even
make that movie.
But even in Catch Me If You Can, he didn't. Remember, he was like flirting with the girl. He's like, can you tell me about the numbers on the bottom of the check? She's like, well, the last number routes it to the West Coast.
You're right.
So it takes longer.
Dude.
Right? And
That's
and then he ended up sleeping with her and they kind of flirted for a little bit and then he like left the country for a little bit and like was frauding checks because he was on the East Coast sending checks to the West Coast and the Treasury never picked up, like.
Dude, that's
the
move.
The thing is to make friends with the people that are in there. Like the security guard be like, yo, you're making $12.50 an hour guarding this place. Like, turn your back, bro, and we'll give you a cut. We'll give you $100,000.
You're smarter than
allegedly.
Allegedly.
I mean, but you would kill someone better allegedly than I would. I said I'd dump ass into the river.
Yeah. I thought out my murder a little bit more. But you thought out the bank robbery way more. Dude, yeah. Dude, see what a good duo we are? If we needed to get rid of somebody, allegedly I could do it. And if we ever need some cash, allegedly.
Yeah, that's one way. If it was a small business, I'd run up in there. Like if it was a Subway, I'd be like, yo.
But why would you rob a Subway? I guess if you just needed like a quick $100 or some shit.
But even like I used to work at a pizza shop, and at the end of the night, we'd have like $2,000.
Yeah, that's a quick.
If you need like.
And see, the thing is like that's not a bad idea either, because if you run up in like a place where the people are like clearly getting paid minimum wage,
they don't give a shit.
Yeah, if I'm working at a pizza shop and we're about to close at 10 and somebody busts up in there with a gun and is like, dude, give me the cash register. I'm not gonna be a hero. I'll be like, bro, take it. You want me to make you a pizza while we're waiting? Like, I'm not about to lose my life over $2,000.
Yeah.
Take that. It's not mine anyway.
Yeah.
I made $34 today.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. Small businesses, I feel like 7-Eleven.
But then, like,
because even with those, like, you just go back, cut the electrics, like at the back of a 7-Eleven, cut the power to the building, cameras go out, run in there, get someone else. I don't know. Allegedly. Got to throw a keep sprinkling that.
Sprinkle that word in there every now and then. But the thing is, with like gas stations and stuff, they've kind of figured out a way around that. Because like you see, like some you'll walk in and the big sign that says less than $50 in the cash register at all times, which I'm not really sure how they do that. They have like a bank box down there.
Oh, that just drops.
And they deposit it, and they can't get into it. Only the bank
armored
people,
guards.
Yeah, those people can, which is smart.
Yeah.
Unless the person that's trying to rob you doesn't know that. I'd
Yeah,
be
but
like,
if
dude, look.
Yeah, but if we're talking about a plaid pantry, like.
Yeah, I'd be like, the sign's on the door, bro. It's $50.
No, they definitely don't have the infrastructure for those bank boxes.
Why? It's not like a huge technology. It's just a
I don't know.
locked box that you can't.
I'll take the box then. I guess they might be trackers on that.
They have to have trackers on them. And those things are heavy.
Yeah.
You mean about that
They
loud?
go like Fast and the Furious and get a Dodge Charger and pull the bank vault.
Just loop it around the ATM.
Yeah.
Dude, that might. I'm not really sure. That wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, allegedly. We want to hear.
How would you allegedly rob a bank or a small business?
Or a small business. Actually, I don't want to hear. I don't really care so much as how you would do it. I just want you to send us more topics.
That too.
Of things to allegedly do. They can be dark. They can be happy.
Yeah.
They can be sad. Because this could go a lot of different ways.
Yeah. I mean, just to preface it, like some of the ones we talked
I don't think we need to even say certain words. We'll let other people say words.
Okay.
We'll say, oh, Kate from wherever wrote in and wanted us to allegedly talk about this. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robbing a
anything
bank.
else?
No. Because, no.
What? No. What?
No, I was just thinking like old school, like Road to Perdition, where he was just like,
I don't know what you're saying.
the movie Road to Perdition I was watching the other night, where he's like worked for the mafia and they killed his wife and son. He's like starts robbing all the mafia banks. And he's like, do you know whose money this is? He's like, yeah. He's like, and here's $10,000 for you, but I just want their money. I was like, don't touch anybody else's money. You know? Because that's what some people did back in the day.
What are you talking about? What is that coming from?
Because you said like I do it old school, just run in with a gun and.
Yeah, that's what I need to know is what part of the conversation you were tying that into.
That's what he did in the movie.
Okay.
He was just like, yo.
But do you see what I'm saying? That kind of came out of left field.
My bad.
I didn't have.
That's
any
my brain,
context.
dude. I'm sorry. Just fucking.
Well, no, it's fine. You just got to preface it.
It'll sit in first gear for a couple of minutes, and then all of a sudden I've been singing.
I'll be right in the middle of a sentence, and you got to shift gears and yell over me.
And then I just go from first to sixth, man.
Wham.
And then some days I'm in sixth gear, and I'll just hit first, and I'm just like stalled out.
All right.
Again, our email is tsitrpodcast@gmail.com. Please send in those topics.
Yeah,
That'd
and
be interesting.
Check this out. We don't know if you're just listening to this. We also have a YouTube account, and we're trying to build that thing up. You got to have 100. How much?
10,000.
You got to have 10,000 hours of viewing time before you can start to monetize your content. Example or explained. To get paid for it. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot, by the way. So if you like have pets at home and like you turn on the TV or whatever, the radio, the sound for them before you leave, just turn on our YouTube channel and let it play throughout the day so we can rack those numbers up. Right? That's Gabby's watching the podcast right now. Getting those hours in, man. You know what to say about 10,000 hours, the 10,000 hour rule. You know, you do anything for 10,000 hours. But That's just people watching. That's not. I guess if you do all 10,000 hours, then you're a professional YouTube watcher.
Yeah.
But
I feel
yeah.
like I'm a professional.
Yeah. Yeah. Show us some love on YouTube. Our social handles are the same thing. TSITR at TSITR podcast. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. And that's it. Happy Valentine's Day. Ladies. Or guys. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what his prerogative is, but let's make sure that Mijo is not single next Valentine's Day. Let's make sure that he's got a date for this big holiday, this huge, I would say bigger than Christmas, bigger than Thanksgiving. Psych! But yeah, let's what are your handles, Mijo? You got Magic Mijo on everything?
At Magic Mijo. I don't really use Facebook anymore.
Slide into those DMs. He needs a Valentine date. He needs a Valentine.
Yeah. I'm very active on Snapchat again.
Oh, you old goat.